Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to be doing everyone's favorite video, the completed pages video. So these are all the pages and works in progress that I did for the month of February 2025. I used my planner pretty well this month, so I'm gonna share that with you really quick. So here's my tracker for my pages and books colored in for February. So you can see not quite as much as January, but January's coloring was unusual. It's not a norm. I did do a couple more pages in my books to complete, and if you look right here, this Enchanted Faces is all done. So I'll show you those pages here in a little bit. I'm very excited about that. I did also, so any pink books here, those are all books that I colored in this month. So these are my mythographic books that I colored in, and then also just books that I love that I wanted to make sure I colored in. So I've got one of those here. And if you look here, I've got 5 books, 5 uncolored books that were on my list here. So yeah, very excited about that. Okay, so let's start with February here. So this was the wonderful illustration that was included for this month. This is from Lala Gonzalez. So cute. I used just my Prismacolors, and this is the color palette that I used for my month as well. And yeah, it's just fun. It's just a fun thing to do. And then I doodled a little bit in there, and then yeah, so here is my layout for the month, and you can see I've got a few pages filled in there, and then so back here, which I didn't write all of this down yet, so I have 8 pages or eight uncolored books this month, which is pretty good. And like you saw earlier, several of those were on that list that I have curated. I will go fill this out really quick, and then I'll let you know those numbers here in a second. Okay, so you can see that I've got, I did 6 buddy colors this month. Not all of them are done. I do have one that I wasn't able to finish up, but it's okay. Was able to complete my goal for Good Yule and Flowerscape this month. I completed 17 pages. I worked in 19 different books, and 8 of those books were untouched. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's get into my completed pages. Okay, first up, I'm going to share with you my little doodle this month. So each month I am drawing and coloring a doodle based on the theme of the month and like a random prompt kind of thing. So this month was Cupcake, and the little characters that I'm drawing are based on my kiddos. So this is based on my youngest, but this is the illustration that I did with her messy little cupcake, and I thought it turned out really cute. I also really wanted to draw a salamander because her favorite animal is a salamander. So I found this image from the cute little salamanders from Frozen 2, and so I just made mine pink, and then I drew a little cupcake house and the little salamander inside the house. So yeah, it was really fun to do, and she really liked her illustration, and that's really all that matters. So yeah, so there are my cute little illustrations for the month. Okay, next we're going to go through some whips. I have a few. Not as many as I thought, because I was able to finish some stuff up at the end of the month, but I do have a whip in Boule de Pois. I was unable to finish this one up, but I do like the way that it was going. I was using my Albrecht Dürers and kind of had, cute matching pajamas, and I just wasn't able to finish it up. But my game plan is, to bring my white paint pen in and do all the little flower design on here with the white paint pen, have some polka dots, and of course add some more fur texture to the animals. I also started a sky on this side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but there we go. That's what I did in Boule de Pois. I did finally start my page in Nature Notes, but I did not get it finished. So I started this so far. I think it's going to be really, really cute. This book is taking watercolor like a dream. It's so fun to work on. And yeah, so I just have to get in here and do some shading, add some details in, and I think it's going to be really cute. So yeah, that's what I've got so far in this book. I finally started some work in Fern Calloway's Fae Fantasy book, but I've just done the like info page, and I've not finished it yet, but I just wanted to try out a bunch of different mediums. So I'm going to zoom out just a little. I've got some different water mediums on here. So I did use some watercolor pencils, I think maybe Inktense in the background, and it did bleed through a little bit. So I'll need to keep that in mind. But I used some water-based markers for basing this stuff over on this side, and that worked out really well. Yeah, I think that that's going to probably be my way to go. Maybe just really light with some of the watercolor mediums. But it took it okay. It's not completely ruined because I didn't add too much water. I think it's going to be all right. I think that's going to be a fun book to color in. And because it's in the Feywild, that's why all of the colors are weird. So that's why like the mountains and the trees are purple and the bushes and stuff are pink instead of greens. You know, everything just needs to be a little bit off because they're in a different kind of land. So yeah, I like that very much. I'm excited to work some more in that. So that is Fern Calloway's Fae Fantasy. Next, I did some work in animals. Some of you might have seen this already. I had recorded an entire video where I worked on this page, and then the footage was just unusable, and I was so frustrated that I finally ended up just deleting it, and we just didn't have a weekend whip that weekend, unfortunately. But this is what I worked on. I struggled quite a bit with this, and I don't know that I'm going to finish it because it's really frustrating. I might come back to it at some point in the future, but I was trying to use yellow watercolors, just straight watercolors on this page, and you can tell I really went to town with some of the watercolors. I did not enjoy the process at all, and I don't know if it's probably just this paper and that plus user error, but you know, this is where I'm at right now, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to come back in and finish, but I have some colors written down, like where I've started on the snake here. But yeah, that is that. Super buckly too, but I've had it sitting underneath some heavy books, so hopefully that will help flatten that out. Okay, in Mythographic Imagine. So this is the book, the focus book for March. So I will be doing quite a bit of work in this book this month. And I did start one for my backgrounds video that I did earlier this month or last month in February. And I did this background and I showed you how I did that. And then this past weekend for my weekend whip, I did some work with alcohol markers on the page. And I think it's going to look cool. I'm more excited about it now that I have a few more things colored in, and then I just have to finish that side of the background and do some shading and stuff like that. And I think it's going to be a good one to do. I think this is going to be cool. So yeah, there is that. The work I did in this one. Ooh, I like that one too. I just noticed that. That would be a fun one to do, wouldn't it? I'm going to get sidetracked. Okay, so that is my work in Mythographic Imagine. In Mythographic Aviary, I have 2 whips in here. I do also have a completed page, but I'll show you that at the end. My whips are this one, which I do really, really love the way that this is going. I've got all the shading down on the clouds and all the rocks, the stones everywhere. So I just have to really do the bird, the little character, and then like the waterfall and the glowing stones. So, and I do have a color palette in mind and everything there. So yep, I like that one so far. And this is another one that I've been working on off and on throughout this month. I do have the background all done and then the shading and everything done on the nest. I just have to come in and do a little bit of shading on the birds and the rest of the leaves. And the flowers here, and then we'll be all done. But I like the way that this one's looking too. So hopefully that one won't be a really long one to do. I also have a whip in Fairy Wonderland. So this is a buddy color as well. And I'm going to show you Sophie's on screen here. I really like the way that Sophie did her page. The colors are really pretty. We used a lot of similar colors too, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I really appreciate her reaching out and asking if we could buddy in this. And yeah, so thanks Sophie so much for coloring with me. I will show you mine now. So here is mine. This is where we're at. I do really like the way that it's going. I had a lot of fun doing this background with you guys off and on videos this month. I have about half of this box thing done. I still don't know what I want to do with these little windows or mirrors or whatever they are. I don't know exactly what I want to do with those yet. So that is still something that's in my mind, but I just have the flowers, the rest of this guy, and then her skirt and everything to do. But yeah, I think the little characters are so pretty. They turned out really pretty. And I do like the metal work that I'm doing so far on this. I just have to finish that up. But I have my colors written down and everything, so we're good to go on that. So hopefully that one will be finished up relatively soon as well. So that was Fairy Wonderland. Okay, now let's go to some buddy colors. I've got my first one in Forest Song. So this was a buddy color with Patricia. And she is, I will put her Instagram name on screen because I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry. But we did, not that page, we did, where are you? This one. Oh, it was that page. I had it marked, but it was just in the wrong spot. Okay, so I'm going to pop Patricia's up on screen here too. I really love her vibrant, bold color choices. I think that's really fun. She said that, she just didn't want to do the border, and I was like, I totally get it. But I do like how she did that solid color all the way around the border. I think that was really fun. And yeah, it was really fun to work in this book, and I appreciate you coloring with me. So thanks so much, Patricia. My page, I used some alcohol markers to do some basing, and then just some, let's see, Kohinoor colored pencils. This month I tried to not use my Prismacolors quite as much, so I do have a few other color pencils kind of thrown in here, but this one is, yeah, my Kohinoor Polycolors, I think that's what they are. And they worked pretty well. I didn't hate it. I did find this inspiration image on Pinterest, and so I was trying to take some of the colors from this, so that's where like the blues and the pinks come from. It doesn't look anything like it. This is definitely more cartoony, but it was fun to use that as my, to create the color palette and then really just limit the color palette to those few colors. Really, it's just pink and blue and like this darker pink and a little bit of yellow. But I really like it. So I'll hold it up close so you guys can see that. I do have a little bit of gel pen on the little falling leaves here. I did add a little bit extra detail to the house there. And then I have some stickles on these lily pads, a little bit more gel pen on some of the leaves that are drawn into the shrubs and stuff. And then instead of like on the mallard, instead of doing green, I did blue. Yeah, but I thought it was a cute page. And it's my first one done in this book. Yes. So this had been a previously uncolored book. So yay, that's awesome. And I did get this cute little bookmark. How cute is that little dinosaur? This is from Fun Usual Suspects, I believe. I got a lot of stickers from them recently too, but I like that little bookmark. But oh yeah, there's Patricia's name right there. Okay, so that is my page from R.J. Hampson's Forest Song. Happy to have one done in there. Okay, next is a buddy color with a couple wonderful ladies. So this is with Veronica and Jamie. And I will make sure to pop up their names on screen, their Instagram and YouTube or YouTube names on screen with their images. So this one was like a last minute finish for me. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it done, and then I did, so I'm very happy. Veronica, of course, got hers done right away. Jamie is still working on hers, but I really like the direction that she's going with the Frozen theme, and I just think it's so cute. So yeah, I really, really like the way that both of their pages are going, the way Veronica's turned out and the way Jamie's is going. I think it's going to be a really cool page, and I just had a lot of fun coloring in that. So this is the way that my page turned out. Yeah, I like it. I did this background and the background for this side on my backgrounds video this month, and kind of showed you how I work with Neo colors a little bit. I did base this entire page with Neo colors, all of the mountains and the castle and everything. And then I think I just used my Prismas. I ended up using my Prismas on this because I was tired of using other pencils. I just love my Prismas. I can't help it. But yeah, and then I used some gold Sparkle Pot pen, which I think you can definitely see on that side on some of the snowflakes. And I used a little bit of stickles on a couple of snowflakes too. Some stickles on the snow, and then in the background there I've got some gold Sparkle Pop and some pink jelly roll, but it's kind of hard to see on top of those snowflakes. But yeah, I really like the way that ended up looking. I did have an inspiration image here for this too, but I don't know if I still have it on my phone. If I don't, I will, wait, do I have it here? Oh, I have it here. This was my color palette. I just thought it was a really pretty color palette, and I wanted it to look similar to that. I think it did okay. It's not terrible. But yeah, I really had a lot of fun. So thanks, ladies, for coloring with me. And this was, again, another untouched book for me. So, yep, very happy with that. So there's that one. Okay, next is a buddy color in A Million Puppies. This was with Joe and Jess, so I will put their pages up on screen here. I love how we all did very similar color palettes. I think their pages turned out so cute. And I love this page regardless, and this was a great one to do. I think this was all of our first pages in this book too, if I'm not mistaken. I think all of us had this as an uncolored book, and now we have a page done. So yeah, I'm very excited to have that done, and I love coloring with these wonderful colorists. So thank you guys so much for coloring with me. So in my page, this is my page. I really love the way that it ended up turning out. Definitely very heavily Valentine's Day inspired. Like I said, like you saw with their pages, you know, we all have very similar color palettes, and I just had a lot of fun with it. I did use a tiny little bit of stickles on the bird's hat and on the ladybug, and then also I've got some black glaze on the puppy's eyes. And it's just so cute, such a cute page. I really, really love it. While I had my markers out, I also did a little bit of work, started on that one, and I printed up some inspiration images, so hopefully I can get back to that at some point. But I love this book. It's so cute. And I'm happy to have one done in this now. So yeah, so that is A Million Puppies. All right, next was another untouched book. So this is Small Victories by Johanna Basford. This was a buddy color with my mom. We had so much fun doing this. She came over and we hung out and we just sat and colored the page, and it was just so fun. So I will put hers up on screen here. She used markers on hers and just had a really nice, relaxing time. It was a set of markers that I had sitting around that I wasn't sure I was going to use anymore, so I gave them to her, and she was very thankful because the pencils are kind of hard on her hands. So, yeah, we just had a lovely afternoon, and she got her page done, and I did these two, while we sat there. So thank you, Mama, for coloring with me. So on my page, I used Albrecht Dürer and then some white Posca. I did this page first, and then I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and do this page. So I just went to town. I kept I really wanted to use the colors that I used here on this side, and just have each of the circles just be very monochromatic, or just that single color. And then I also used that color in the background as well. So yeah, just a really fun page. And I'm happy that I was able to work with my mom. We do have another page that we had picked to work on, but neither one of us had gotten it done yet. But this is the other page that we're working on. So but yeah, so there is my first pages done in Small Victories. And the next buddy color is in Petit Poupée. This is with Christine. and I will put her Instagram name on screen. I'm going to show you the page and then pop hers up too. So this was our page that we did. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, and then I'll pop hers up on screen too. I just had so much fun with this book. This was another one that was previously in colored, and Christine reached out and said, hey, I'll color with you, and it'll get you started in that book. And I've been so thankful for my buddies, because several of my pages that from books that are uncolored this month are strictly because I had buddies coloring with me. So thank you to everyone. I love Christine's color palette. We did talk back and forth a little bit, and I had shown her an idea that I had, and she had kind of had the same idea. She was going kind of the pinks and reds as well. But when she saw mine, she's like, I think I'm going to do a little bit different. So she ended up adding some purple into hers, and turning the little hearts in the background into conversation hearts, which I just thought that was a really great idea. And yeah, I just had so much fun, and hopefully we'll be able to do another buddy color in this book at some point. I know she's got quite a few more done, well, since this is my only one, but hopefully we can work in this book again in the future, because it was really fun. Yeah, so thanks so much, Christine, for being my coloring buddy this month. Okay, so on my page, I used Albrecht Dürer pencils. I think that is it. I think that's all I used. Yeah, just Albrecht Dürer, and then I used some stickles around the heart on the outside. Hopefully you can see that little sparkle there, and then my Posca. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun with it. I just really loved the way that it turned out. I like the little bluebirds. I like the deer, and of course I like Snow White, even though she's not in her normal colors, which was really hard for me at first. But then once I started going this direction, I was like, yeah, this is really cute. I like it a lot. So yeah, that is my page in Petit Poupée. That's my first one in there. And it's such a good book. If you can get your hands on it, it's so fun. All right. And then my last buddy color was in Wildflower Folk. Now this is a book that I have wanted to color in for forever. And I'm so thankful to my buddy for helping me out with this one. And I will put their name and Instagram and YouTube on screen with their page. And I just love the way that these both turned out. I know what their name is, and I would feel comfortable typing it, but I don't know how to say it correctly, and I don't want to mispronounce it. But their page is gorgeous, and I was chatting back and forth with them, and just when I saw their page, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful and vibrant. And mine, we use the similar palettes, but theirs is so vibrant, and mine's just like pastel and calm. And I just love really with buddy colors, it's about how fun it is to see the differences in the way people's minds work when they see an image. And yeah, it was just really fun. So thank you so much for being my buddy on this book and helping me get started in this book. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this one was done with, I think, a base of alcohol markers. Yep, I did alcohol markers on everything except for the background. And then used my Prismacolors, I want to say. My Prismacolors. I didn't write it down. I think it's my Prismacolors. And then added some stickles to the wings. So you can see some of that glitter there. It was just a really sweet, fun page, and I want to do more in this book for sure. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun. And the pencils just worked like, it was so nice to color on this paper. Such a good paper. And I do like using the alcohol markers too as a base layer. It just really, really helped. So yeah, that is that. So those are all my buddy colors. I had just a blast with my buddies this month. I did have a couple of buddy colors that I had to push to next month, unfortunately, because I had planned a little too many. But I'm so thankful that I was able to work so much with wonderful members in our coloring community. So thank you to all of my buddies. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. So let's talk about this book first. So this is the Enchanted Faces Pocket Edition by Hannah Lynn. You guys are probably really familiar with this book if you watch any of my Completed Pages videos. I have finished this book. I'm so excited. So this month I had 2 pages left, so I did this one. And again, this is all alcohol marker and Prismacolor pencils. And I did use a paint marker in the background to cover up any of the black lines that were in the background. I just wanted to focus on the character. Yeah, so there's that one. And then I also did this one. Again, alcohol markers and Prismacolor. And then, of course, got some stickles on the heart and the border and like her earrings and stuff. But yeah, this book is done, and I will be doing a flip through of it here soon. Little short flip through. Yeah, I'm so thankful to all of the wonderful colorists in the Enchanted Faces hashtag. Nope, hashtag, I did it again. And hashtag Enchanted Faces group on Instagram. Yeah, and so thankful for all those wonderful colorists who provided encouragement and support along the way, and I wouldn't have been able to finish this without you wonderful people, so thank you so much. So yeah, I'm done with this. Be on the lookout for a flip through of that one. It's my first ever finished coloring book too, that's why I'm so excited. I know it's just a pocket size, but it still just feels really good to have a whole book done. Okay, so next I've got this book. So this is Words of Love to Color by Ellery Fowler. I've had this book for a really long time, and I've only done a few pages in it. And then I decided I wanted to try something different. So normally I'll use water-based markers and just like straight pencils. And this time I decided I want to use some water mediums, and it didn't work out great, but it's okay. So this is the page I did. I did add in the little background, like these little hearts and bushes and stuff, and like the sky and everything. But it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. And I really love the, I do like the hearts a lot and the bike and these little birdies. I thought those turned out cute, but I've got some stickles on things, some glitter, some silvers, sparkle pop pen on others. And, there's a little close-up of the birds, and like the wheels have all the silver on it. And I did like this saying because it just felt like something that works for the coloring community. So yeah, I thought that was a good one. So yeah, so that is my page in this book. What is the other one back here? Oh, and that's another one I've done in here. I think that's all I've done. Oh no, and then that one. Yeah, it's a cute book. It's not great with water mediums, but it worked all right. So yeah, so there we go. That is my page in Words of Love to Color. Okay, next. I did a page in Flowerscape in Paradise. So this was the book that was picked out for this, for February. And the pages, this was a random page picked, and I did this one. So this is the passion flower. And I also colored passion fruit for the first time. I have no idea what I was doing, but I looked at a couple of illustrations of this flower and just went from there and tried to do my best. I did use some water-based markers to base everything, and then used, what pencils did I use? Hold on a second. Then I used my Koh-i-Noor Polycolor pencils. I used those quite a bit at the beginning of the month. And they worked pretty well. So, but that was this one. And then I did not have too much bleed through on this one with those water-based markers. This paper is a little bit better than the last paper. You can still see a little bit of shadowing, but it's not anywhere near as bad as the other book. But yeah, I do like the way that those turned out. I think it's a cool layout, and I'm happy to have some more done in this book. Because I think the only one I think I have one other layout in this. Yeah. Where is it? This one. So yeah, happy to have some more done in here. So that is Flowerscape in Paradise. Next one is one of my books to finish. So this is 50 Farmers Miniatures. This is a book that I love to work in, and yeah, I had so much fun. My buddy needed a month off, so I picked a page that Megan had already done, and I picked this page, this cute little couple, and I kind of went a little crazy in the background. I decided that I wanted the background to look like a like a chalkboard art kind of thing. And so yeah, so I just drew in the background and then went to town adding all kinds of stuff. And it says all you need is love, and then down here it says and milkshakes, and I thought that was kind of cute. I did use not watercolor. I used alcohol markers as a base layer, and then Prismacolors on top, I believe, and then white Posca to do all of the fun chalkboard art stuff. Oh, I lied. I did not use, this page was, it was not Prismacolor. This page was a trial and error on some of my pencils. So I started out trying to use my Spirerfarben because I had used Spirerfarben on a different Amazon paper and it worked really well. But it did not want to work for me at all on this page. So I started with those and then stopped. And then I tried my Color Soft pencils because I haven't used those for a while. And I worked with those for a little while and then I stopped because I was like, I don't like this either. And then finally I ended up with my Artex pencils and those worked the best. So I just finished those up because I was still really trying not to use my Prismacolors, just to try to give some love to my other pencil sets. But, yeah, I mean, in the end, it looks great. I think you can't really tell which pencils were which, but yeah, I really do like this one, and I'm glad to have another one done in this book. Yeah, it was really fun to do. So that is 50 Farmers Miniatures by Camille Angelkova. I did finish a whip in Botanicum, so this is by Maria Trolle. This is one of my books to finish as well, and I am happy to have another page done in this. That is not the page. Come on. There's my page, this side. So I did finish this one. I had based it a while ago with some water-based markers. And I wasn't really sure how I was going to make it look good, but I think I did okay. I ended up using my Kohinoor pencils for this one as well. So I had the water-based markers on there already and then used the Kohinoor and then used a white Prismacolor in the background to do all the little extra little details and stuff on the black background. Yeah, I had seen a couple, there's one colorist on Instagram. I think I'll have to put it on screen because I can't remember exactly, but check out her Instagram because she does amazing work in like purples and just really beautiful color palettes in Maria Trolle's books, and I'm always blown away. Yeah, I was very inspired by her when I pulled out my watercolor markers in the beginning. Yeah, but I really like the way that it ended up looking. I did also go through and do a bunch of just water-based marker work. So I did base all of this one. I did base all of this one, both of those, and then that one, and then the other one is back here, this one. So yeah, I just wanted to color in this book with my, oh, and that one, I forgot about that one, and that one. So yeah, I've just gone through and used my just watercolor marker. No, why do I keep saying watercolor? Water-based markers. It just added color to a few pages. Oh, and that one. To a few pages that I wanted to maybe work on in the future. So I think some of these spring ones I'll probably end up working on this next month. Because like these ones would be perfect for March or April. Same with that one and this one too. So yeah. So yeah, happy to have another page done in Botanicum. For Good Yule, so this is a project book. I'm going to be doing each month. I'm going to be doing a page in here based on, I'm going to pick a page and then have my color palette be based on that month. So of course for February, Valentine's Day is a really big thing. And so the page that I picked was the cute little piggy page in the back here. And then I used the pinks and a little bit of red for my color palette. For this, I really like the way that it worked. It ended up looking out. I do like the addition of the gold on the border. I did show how I do this background on my backgrounds video. So if you're interested on seeing this, how I get that look, you can check out that video, and I will try to remember to link that in the description if you are interested. But I really like the way that ended up looking. I used Albrecht Dürer on this, a little bit of water-based marker for the thin bow there. And then a little bit of, no, I think it's just water-based. It was just Albrecht Dürer. I did my shading and everything with that. And then a Posca. So a white Posca. But I love how it turned out. I think it's so cute. This book is so much, it's such great paper. I'm having a blast. So yeah, so then, and then next month is going to be this one, and it's going to be all greens for March. So yeah, very excited. So that is my book in Good Yule. Then I did finish my WIP in Nice Little Town Valentine's Day. I had started this, I don't remember when I started it exactly, but I was able to finish it up. So I got this one done. I really love it. I think it's so cute. I saw several people did this page this month. But yeah, I just had fun. I did a lot of basing with alcohol markers, as you can see there. And then over top, I went over with, I think this one was just my Prismacolor because I was done at that point. And I knew my Prismacolors worked well. Yeah, my Prismas. So just had a lot of fun with it. Used some silver sparkle pop pen for the ribbon here, and like the bow and arrow, the ice bucket. Yeah, it's just super fun. Super fun to do. Cute color palette. I love working in her books. I think they're just so adorable and yeah, really fun. So yeah, so that is my page from Nice Little Town Valentine's Day. This is by Camilla Angel. Nope, no, that is not. This is by Tatiana Bogema-Stolova. All right, and then last but not least is my mythographic page. This is Mythographic Aviary. This was my color along this month on my channel. So if you're interested, you can color this page along with me, and we did this page. So this swan page was just so much fun to do. I did base some of it with alcohol markers, so the sky and the clouds, got a base of that. Then I ended up using some chalk pastel to do some shading and gave the swan a base layer of chalk. And then I went over top with so I ended up using my Black Widows and my Polychromos pencils. And then of course, lots of Posca and some gold metallic watercolor from Cosmic Shimmer. But I think it just turned out so pretty. It's just fun, just a fun page. And I did a little bit extra in the sky just to kind of give it, so wasn't just a flat color, and there was some variation in the sky. So yeah, so if you want to see how I did it, you can check out that color along. It was a really fun one to do. So yeah, so those are all my pages. I had, not as many pages done this month as in January, but again, way more than I thought that I was going to get done. Yeah, I'm excited about coloring next month too. I've already got my plans are already out there, and I'm ready to get started. So let me know what your favorite page was. I really love this one. I think this one is wonderful. I think maybe it's a toss-up for me between the Nice Little Town Valentine's one and my Valentine's Piggies. I just think they turned out so cute. So yeah, let me know what your favorite was. I would love to hear. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And I appreciate you being here. So until next time, I'll see you later.